What's up, bros? How you guys doing? We're live. Yes. Today I got a leg day. All right. It's a leg day. Leg day is always the hardest day, training day of the week. No matter how you look at it, if you're doing legs right, it's always going to be the hardest day of the week. And not only that, it's in the back of your mind, you're dreading leg day. Look, if you're not pushing hard enough on leg day, you might not be dreading leg day. And that just says that, you need to go harder, because every time leg day's around the corner, you should be like, oh, it's leg day. You know you're going to do it, but it's going to be hard. That's how leg day should be. So, um, first things first, you get the bands ready. All right, bands ready. We always start off with just a single band for the first set, but for the warm-up set, it's just body weight stuff. So pretty simple body weight stuff. Hold on. Gotta get the angle of this right. I want you to see the form. Gotta be able to see the form. We're gonna start over. It's fine. We're gonna do about 25. Five of those. Wait about 20 seconds, 30 seconds at the most. Twenty of those. 10 each side, actually. So, I was having trouble with my right shoulder while stabilizing the resistance band. So, we're going to do it a slightly different way. And it should take some pressure off. Get your stopwatch up. rubbing. Feels better on the shoulder. It definitely feels better on the shoulder. It's late. It's late as shit. 9 o'clock. It's a late workout. I'd already done a 7-mile bike ride today and a 3.5 mile walk with a 40-pound backpack in the cold. It was about 20 degrees outside when we did that. Try walking 3.5 miles in the woods with a 40-pound backpack on in 20-degree weather, and then going to work and having to bike 3 miles up and 3.5 miles up, 3.5 miles back. Then come home and do your leg workout. See how that goes. But that's what we're doing. right. 3-minute rest. What's up? So it's a leg day, in case you didn't know. Legs and lower back, posterior chain, the lower back, the glutes, hamstrings, quads, calves. So we do 4 sets of these. We start off with a single band in the middle, which is the heaviest band. That's a 100-pound band. And then we add on for the second set a 40-pound band. And then for the third and fourth set, we add on another 40-pound band. Do 2 sets with that. And then after that, we do alternating backpack lunges with a 40-pound backpack. And we have to do that for at least 10 per side, alternating per leg. Then we have to do lower back. We do 3 sets of Supermans and 3 sets of suspension trainer back extensions. After that, we do calves, rear calves, 4 sets of those with the backpack on, single leg calf raises with a 40-pound backpack. 4 sets each side, each leg. And then we have to do front calves, the front of the leg, 4 sets of that. And that's it for the leg workout. All right, it's been 3 minutes. That's our total rest. Now we got, wait. Hold on. I have to add a band. We did one with this single, one with 2. Now we got to finish 2 more with that band. The third and final one. This is a heavy ass band right here, or a heavy setup, I should say. It's going to be hard. Hey! Yeah. One more like that. One more. Whew. When you do the band in front of you like this, I feel like it pulls you forward more versus having it out like this, whereas it pulls you a little like more straight down vertical. Having the front tends to draw your back down, so you have to stabilize the lower back more, hitting more lower back. Also make it harder, like I couldn't do as many like that. I hate when they get tangled up. But we got one more minute. And it doesn't matter if it's tangled. Just got to get in there. 40 seconds. 40 seconds, boy. This is the hardest and final set of this exercise here. Lightweight, baby. Lightweight. Boom. Here we go. Arf, arf. We're not going to failure. 1 or 2 reps. 1 or 2 reps before failure. Now we're done with that. Move to the backpack. 42 pounds added to it. But we have a good 5-minute rest in between exercises. So it basically goes like this. 4 sets. We just did 4 sets of the resistance band squats. In between each set is a 3-minute rest. But when we're done with that 4 sets, we take a 5-minute rest before moving to the next exercise. And then we resume with our normal rest, which is 3 minutes. And we do 4 sets of that. And then we have another 5-minute rest after doing the alternating backpack lunges. And then we move to all your other exercises, so on and so forth. That's how it goes. The 5 minutes, it allows us to recover, and so that we can be a little more explosive and have more energy on our next exercise. but I didn't want the camera to follow me. I have an AI camera. If I do weird hand gestures, it has like tracking in it. And yeah, you can pick up on hand commands. But anyway, my quads are feeling like on fire, and I feel it in my glutes a little bit, but more in my quads. But once we do these, you're gonna feel it more like in the glute. Two more minutes to go. Whew. Shoo-wee. Shoo-wee. Wow. That was crazy. But it didn't hurt my shoulder at all. So I'll have to do them like that, because it didn't hurt my shoulder. So on the front from now on. All right, so we got to get the backpack on. Yeah. Backpack time. 40 pounds. It don't seem like much, but we're doing single leg lunges, and we're going deep into the motion, going as low as we can go without losing balance. Here we go. 5 minutes is finished. Now we move. Hold on, it's not following me, is it? Oh, it's not. Okay. All right. Alternating lunges. Here we go. Yeah. Oh. All right. So now we take a rest. 3 minutes. you do these, I'm telling you, I don't care how strong you are. If you do these right, you're going to feel it. So we have 2 more minutes. Two more minutes. Almost, anyway. One more minute. Oy. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Go. Yeah. Oh. All right. All right. 3-minute rest. Whew. You have no idea how hard that is. 2 minutes. You gotta get bigger legs. You know, it's like gotta get some muscle in there. Think for all that leg training I do. I don't know. Legs have definitely gotten bigger, but quad definition. I mean, they're extremely hard, like to the touch, but definitely need to get some more leg quad definition. But I think it'll come with time. It's only been 90 days. All right, let's get this back on. Yeah, back on. Yeah. 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 Bro. I only got one more of those. Shit. One more minute. One more minute. All right, here we go. Yeah. 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 There. There. Oh. Yeah. 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 Ah. Ah. Whew. Ah. Done. Ah. Oh. Oh. It's harder that hit me in the face. Bro, you gotta stop. Like, we got to get that bitch set up. So. Got to give me an exercise mat. Shall buy very soon. Hey, yeah. All right. It's time to hit that lower back. All right, come on. I got them a little high. I think they're a little high up. Too high up. Shit, I'm just a little lower, man. Like right there. All right, that's about where they should be. I should be able to easily raise my heels up and get them in. Perfect. All right. Now, what I do, pull my shoulder blades together, the elbows locked in like this, and then just do this. Any of those. 20. And we do a 3 to 5 second hold for the final rep. At the end, we just hold it. Come on, sticking around. All right. Minute and a half rest. That's it, just a minute and a half. Feet in. Other foot in. Make sure your manhood's comfortable before you do this. And if you're a girl, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Well. Oh. Now, if you don't feel that in your lower back, glutes, and hamstrings, then you're not tightening your clenching your muscles enough. You gotta clench every muscle in your lower back, glutes, and stabilize with your hamstring throughout that entire movement. But if you're straightening your body like a board, you're going to be pretty much feeling it. But focus on it. You want to feel it in your lower back, your ass muscle, and your hamstring. Actually, I think where you're going to feel it the most is in probably the hamstring. That's where I feel it most. And then second to that, I feel it in the glute. And then I feel it in the lower back. But after this, we got one more of these. We're going to do Supermans. And that one you really feel in the lower back. Like that one really isolates the lower back. This one really hits the hamstring and glutes really well, but it hits the lower back too. It's that whole entire back section. And all those muscles that you're going to need for like lifting up objects, any kind of lifting, picking up boxes, picking up anything from the ground or from a low elevation, using your back, your core, your glutes, and your quads. This is great for strengthening anything that requires lifting. But we're probably ready to do the next one. Yeah. Because you're basically stiffening your body like a board under gravity. Gravity's pulling your hips down. And you have to use all those muscles to resist that gravity. Yep. I know all the ladies out there love training their glutes. They want that nice round booty. This is gonna isolate that booty. Ah, yeah. Ah, what a good exercise that is. It's not as strenuous as the squats, but really strengthens that lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. Now we got Supermans. I don't know if you've ever seen Supermans before. But it's not a glamorous exercise, but great for building a stable and strong lower back. We're lapping it. So you just use your phone and do laps. Start your stopwatch, lap, and just keep doing laps. It comes out to 9. I have to do 9. 15-second hold, 15-second rest. Oh, one more. Oh. Okay, reset, start. Now we take a minute and a half rest. Oh. Got 3 of these. go. Ugh. Starting to get hard. Ah. Oh, 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 man. All right. Minute 30 rest. Sit like this. Yeah, this is like a battle of attrition. Ugh, I'm fading. Ugh, come on. Still got two more. Ugh. Ugh, we got this. We got this. Last one, baby, and we're done. Well, I'm surprised I did that. Yep, we did it. Oh, we did it. Fucking killed it too, the whole thing. So just each advancement, we're just gonna extend the time. Eventually just get longer and longer. We were doing 10-second holds. Now we're doing 15-second holds. So lower back is done. Now we just got to do freaking calves. Calves, bro. Calves. That's it. Be right back. All right, it's time to do calves. This is how I do calves. That's just the warm up. And also do something like this to get them warmed up. Now they're warm. So then we just wait about 30 to 40 seconds. All right. Single leg calf raises. Here we go. Oh, that first set. Probably because I pre-fatigued them. All right. Now, take a minute and a half rest. Minute and a half. So that's how you do a calisthenic style calf raise when you don't have a calf machine. We're not at the gym here. All you need is a towel. Roll that towel up. That'll give you that elevation so that you put your calf up on that towel and you just, flex your calf, right? But that'll allow your heel to lower down and give you a good stretch at the bottom. That's why we're doing it on this towel, right? That gives us the elevation that we need for that good stretch, get a better range of motion. And then the backpack with the added weight. And also, we're doing single leg. So, yeah. You want to build up that calf strength. Oh, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, baby. 10 seconds. Yeah. 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 Oh. All right. Good burn. Good fire. Yeah. 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 Oh. Oh. All right. Minute and a half rest. What's up, my peeps? Oh, I actually need a drink, man. Oh, I haven't had some water in a minute. And we only do 4 sets for the rear calf. And then we'll switch over to the front calf. Not everyone trains front calf. It's like a neglected muscle. It's a very small muscle, but it stabilizes that ankle. And if you don't want to have like ankle injuries, like you know how like you could roll your ankle, people roll their ankle and sprain their ankle. Well, a lot of it's because, well, an uneven surface that they're stepping on, but at the same time, weak front calf muscle. If you strengthen that front calf muscle, it'll help to prevent you from rolling your ankle in a situation where you might be on an uneven surface walking. All right, let's get that calf. Raise. Yeah. 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 Ah. Yeah. 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 Ah. Ah. Last set, baby. Minute and a half rest. And I got me a new toy. It's these anchors that this hangs from. I'd show you, but for another time. But they're bolted into the rafters. It makes my raises my suspension trainer higher up and about 2 feet across, so you can see the width here. Before they were hanging from a strap, which I didn't like. So now I have the proper anchors for them, which is going to make things a lot better. "15 seconds. Last set." Yeah. 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 Ah, failure. Ah. Went to complete failure on that. Ah. 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. But that's it. We got through the pain, and now we're done with the rear calf. We got to do the front calf, and that, we don't need any extra weight because it's a weak muscle. All you're doing is reversing the roles. You're reversing the role. So we worked on the back, now we're working the front. And it's this little strip of muscle. It goes down the front here, but it starts to run up the side a little bit, but it goes down. And if you lift your toes like this, anytime you lift your toes up, that's what's working the rear calf. And it's connected to tendons here in the top of the foot. It raises your foot up. But it's that front calf right here. Severely neglected muscle that most people don't train. And this is how you train it. It's not a glamorous exercise, but it doesn't need to be to work. And we're just going for reps on this one. Not high weight, just lots of reps and blood flow and a good burn. And sometimes the towel will slide out, which isn't supposed to happen, but and you'll feel it all on the top of your leg here. Minute and a half rest. We got 4 of these to do. 4 of those, same with the rear. And this will build a balanced calf, strong ankle. So any kind of movements that you're doing, whether you play basketball, football, or you just like to run, jog, hike, whatever it is you're doing, it's going to help with all that stuff. Or if you just want defined calves, some people just, they like to build muscle. having a nice defined front calf will help balance out that calf. But I have I have cankles, right? So I don't have the best calf genetics. My calf genetics are just they're just not there. So I have to work on my calves to try to balance them out and make them look good. Some people just have amazing calf genetics, right? I'm not one of them. 30 seconds. I'm thirsty as hell. All right. What? I feel like I can get a better grip if I take my socks off. Yeah. So, you know what? Maybe I'll lift it up. You can see the front calf work. I don't know. My calves are not the most defined, but oh, oh, that burns so bad. And we're not going for like low reps on this, just 20, 30 reps. Still have two more to do. Huh. Really, it's just front calves and we're done. Two more sets and we're done. We did everything. But legs are getting stronger for sure. Like they're like solid, like rock hard. But the thing is, I don't have like that bodybuilder like quad definition. Like, you know, you can't see like all the different lines in the cat in the muscle, but it's solid. Maybe one day, maybe one day I'll have like really nice looking legs, but they're just I don't know. Like the quad itself, like good, like a good look at them. They don't look like much, but I do a lot of biking, and they look. I don't know. Hold on, I might be able to see a little bit of. If I really flex it. But yeah, all that leg shit we do, and that's all I got. But it's only been 90 days. 90 days. It's not like we've been training out for a year, 2 years, 3 years. We're just really starting to tap into some good gains. But there's so much more to do. So much more to do. The journey really has just begun. And my legs have gotten quite a bit bigger. My quads were like pathetic before. Oh, it burns. Oh, we're not going to failure on those. You just want a good burn. Dig into that burn, several reps, just bear that pain and dig into that burn. And you'll know when to stop as it'll start to get a little intense. And you'll be like, that's enough. You can go to failure on them too, if you want to go that far. I've done it. I just don't see a need to do it every time. Maybe on the last set, just the very last set, not on the previous three, but on the very last set, maybe you go to failure. Go all out, which we'll do. We'll go to failure on it on this last set. Why not? Why not go to failure on the last final set? I want to see them calves working. 10 seconds. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, 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 ah. Okay, that's enough. That was pretty much the failure. I could barely lift my toes off the ground. Ah, that's it. That's it. We're done. Let's do a pump check. Pump check. Even though we didn't do upper body. Back. All right, I'm done. That's it. I got nothing left. No, I got plenty left, but we're done. So that's it. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.